Hey guys, OBF back here, back again with another Vans review. And today I have a pair of authentic 44DXs. These are from the Anaheim factory collection. Colorway is light gray. These are size 13 and retail on these was $75. Now I know that this is a bit of an older release. I'm a little bit late on picking these up, but happy to finally have a pair in the collection. As you guys may have already guessed, these Authentics pretty much pay homage to the original silhouettes back when they were made in the original Vans Anaheim factory. So somewhere around the late 60s, early 70s is where these models and colorways are based from. You do see original colorways being available on 3 different silhouettes: the Authentic, the Old School, and the Skate High. I think more colorways were dropped for the Authentic, which is totally fine by me, because it's probably the easiest one to wear. This specific colorway, the light gray, as the name suggests, just a basic light gray color. And if you guys are familiar with the Wild Dove or the pewter color, which is one of the most common Vans gray colorways available at your local Vans store, it's pretty much somewhere right in the middle. So not as light as the Wild Dove, not as dark as the pewter. Just a very nice, easy colorway to wear. So what really makes these Authentics worthwhile, or these Anaheim factory shoes, is going to be the construction of the midsole here. As the hang tag suggests, we do see the higher foxing tape and the glossed sidewalls. The midsole being just a little bit higher than it typically is, which is a very nice detail, just like they used to do it back when they were made in the USA. You do see that glossier look on that midsole as well. Not exactly sure what the benefit is of the glossy midsole, but it is a nice feature. Makes it just a little bit different. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting how glossy it is, but if you guys have these in hand, you can definitely tell the difference. And it has a nice texture to it as well, so a little bit smoother. As far as the upper construction goes, it's pretty basic. You do see this 10-ounce canvas and then these white accents throughout. So we got the contrast white stitching, the white eyelets with the white premium laces. You got that Vans flag in white on the side here, and that beautiful blue Vans hit the logo. I think that is something that Vans used to do back in the day as well, as throwing that really nice blue color. On the heel tab, we have your basic Vans off-the-wall heel tab, which is a little bit disappointing. I wish they would have changed it up, done something a little different, but you can see it is also pretty glossed up, which is cool. You got that quad stitching on the heel. Those of you who are familiar with the Vault OG Authentics, this is not going to be new to you, but definitely something cool. Moving on to the interior of the shoe, we do see these Ultra Cush insoles, which is what makes this model a DX, just a little bit increase in comfort. And as you can see, this does have that leatherback style insole, which is pretty much also like they used to do it back then. It is not sewn in, which I'm a little bit worried about. Those of you who are familiar with the very first rounds of the OG vaults, remember this used to peel up, this little leather piece, so hopefully that doesn't happen. And if you look down here on the insole, that little Vans box, you see it says Style 44. That is actually what the Authentic used to be called back in the day. So before it even became the Authentic, it was known as the Style 44. Pretty much Vans silhouettes back then didn't really have names, so I guess they just called it by the number, the style. So we had the Style 36, which is pretty much what the Old School became, and then I think the Style 38 is what the Skate High was. So each one of these silhouettes had their own number, which is pretty cool. You even see a little tag underneath the tongue here. It says Vans Style 44, so once again, letting you know. These guys do fit true to size. And it's pretty much like, I gotta say, it's like a GR version of the Vault OGs. So you do have that higher foxing, you know, especially around this toe bumper part. I think this is what really makes it so much different. If you compare a regular Authentic to these vault ones. You can see how much more this foxing comes up around the toe. I really dig that look, and even the stripe around it is a lot fatter. So pretty much just like the Vault OGs have. $75 is a little bit steep for these, I'm not gonna lie, but if you guys really care about the details that are put into the shoe and what this pack pretty much represents, then I think that this is definitely a great purchase. There are a bunch of new colors that they dropped on the Vans website for these Anaheim factory old schools, or sorry, Anaheim factory authentics. And you guys can check them out. I know they have a checkerboard one that everybody seems to be pretty hyped about, being that checkerboard, I guess, is the trend of the season. But I will leave a link in the description below so you guys can go ahead and look at the Anaheim factory collection. You guys can find these at very select Vans retail stores. There might only be a small handful in California that sell these, but you can find these at other outlets, so just check out your local boutique. You can go to the Vans website. They pretty much have all the colorways except for this one. For some reason, I think this one might be a little bit older. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the review, and as always, be sure to stay tuned for the on feet.